everyone.
Welcome again to Bible Lessons from Holy Cross. Today we have a story called Water Falls. It is from the book of Matthew, chapter 14. Dripping wet, Peter flung over the side of the boat. Jesus entered the boat after him. "What were you thinking, Peter?" Jesus asked. Panting, Peter answered, "The wind was blowing. The waves looked like they wanted to eat me." Jesus, as dry as if they were in a desert, simply asked, "Why?" Peter started thinking about the whole day. So much had happened. What had happened brought them to this moment. That morning, Jesus had spoken to thousands of people. Peter and his friends, James and John, were concerned about the people. How are they going to get enough food to eat? Some have traveled a long way. They had asked Jesus with a worried tone in their voice. Jesus smiled as he looked at the men, the women, and all the children. Then he had gently turned his head toward his disciples. Looking straight at them, he said, "You give them something to eat." A few hours later, everyone had eaten enough. Plus, there were many baskets of leftover food. The disciples were amazed at the miracle they had just witnessed. Jesus had told them to get into their boat and travel to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. "I will shake hands with the people as they leave. Then I will join you." During their boat trip, the windy waves had troubled the disciples. Just when they were scared enough, one of them screamed, "Look, I see a ghost!" "I see it too," many of them had agreed. From on top of the waves, Jesus had called to them calmly, "Do not be afraid, it's me." Peter had felt relieved to know it was Jesus. He was walking on top of the water. Then Peter had gotten an idea. "Do you want me to come to you on the water?" he asked. Jesus simply answered, "Come." Peter had started out fine. He too was walking on the water. But then he felt the cold wind on his face. It startled him. Cold water began to splash. He felt himself sinking waist deep in the lake. "Help me!" he cried out. "You didn't trust me," Jesus explained to the wet Peter. "I felt the wind. I saw the waves," Peter admitted. "But you have seen what I can do. Did it seem like some fish and loaves could feed thousands of people? Did you count how many baskets were left over? Even those events took place only a short time ago. You forgot what I can do." All the disciples chatted about what they had seen, that Jesus had done in just one day. They all agreed, "Jesus, you are the Son of God." We have enjoyed sharing this story with you, and we look forward to sharing God's Word with you at another time.